And I think that the way you're talking about it, embracing that change is, if you think about, there's two ways to look at it. One is, oh, wow, I'm going to be made obsolete. Or, oh, wow, I'm going to be able to do all this other stuff now that I didn't have time for. And, or you didn't have the opportunity to move into some other area because you're grinding out the code. And those folks that embrace the latter, I think, are going to do really well. Because if you try to, in my layman's opinion, because I don't know anything about programming, everything I try to build, vibe code and everything, it gets me about 83% there.
Exactly.
And then I'm like, wait, that doesn't work. Or how do I, they're like, oh, you just throw it up on GitHub and do this, that, and the other. And I was like, what? I don't know anything about that.
That's right? It. Like, that's the stuff I understand just fine. Right. And I can look at the logic of the thing, and it tells me, here's how I'm going to go about this. And I'll be like, well, that's great, but either you misunderstood me or you're skipping something. So let me fix that for you. And of course, like any other thing you do with AI, when you do that, it comes back and it's like, oh, of course you're right. I completely overlooked that. Right. But that's the thing. I tell people this with troubleshooting too. AI is great for troubleshooting your dishwasher, your whatever, your computer, if you have a working knowledge of the subject matter. If you don't, it can lead you astray. And the thing is, you don't know that you've been led astray, because how could you? Yeah, and that's where we still are right now. And that's true with the vibe coding and or agentic assisted coding, whatever you want to call it. That's true with that too. Is having a working knowledge of it is still necessary for all but the most basic stuff. You know?
Especially implementing it in your business.
Oh yeah,
it's that like Gilman amnesia that we talked, that term that I introduced you to.
Yeah.
You know when it's wrong because you know that business, right? But then when you ask it something outside your business, you just, it's AI, it's going to be right or whatever, because you don't know that. So those two things, you have to reconcile them. Like, you know what? It's not right all the time. And how do you make sure? And you've got to do your own due diligence and research and, try to help it make sure it's doing the right thing. So it's cool. I like that term, de-skilled.
Same.
It's almost like
it's re-skilled though. Like, it just opens you up to do something different.
That's right.
Like, I have always, maybe not always, but certainly currently and at most points in my life, have been eager to learn. I am a ravenous learner. I am not a traditional learner. I learn by doing and by making mistakes and like crashing into things, but I do learn, and I love learning. I often find myself saying, I don't need to have been right. I want to be able to be right in the future. And so if I make a mistake, that's fine. I wasn't right then. Will I be right the next time I do this? Yes. Great. Moving on. Like, check the box. And so, like, I love these things open up the opportunity for me to learn new stuff, which is great.
The challenge is most people don't like change, and change is the only constant in our life. So
I don't like change either. Yeah, I mean, I love change. Let me make this clear. I don't like change though. Like, I am a human being. I am naturally averse to change. So I definitely have change resistance like everybody else. Yeah, like I've just learned that I love change. Doesn't mean that I like it though.
Yeah, that's good. It's the next great thing. That's cool.
It's good.
I love it.